years old from Germany. Now, he said he learned rock climbing at a young age through his parents. Now, we've seen a lot of athletes that have learned how to climb through their parents, whether it's outdoors or indoors. Some start off with bouldering, then move on to top rope and then bead. But with climbing, he said he tried other sports for a while. He got bored of climbing and he dabbled with a few other sports, but then decided in the end, I think around the age of 13, that he wanted to rediscover climbing, and that's where his love for climbing started. And he said he was pretty good at competitions. He found that he always came out doing really well, so he thought, why don't I do this more often? And here we are, he's taking part in the men's final competition here. He's had good results in the World Cup. Now he's past the starting point. We almost made it to the top there. And it's important, like we said, that you get past that zone. Now, some of the athletes will themselves choose to clean some of those holes. If you would have noticed, some of the athletes are wearing their short bags. They chalk their hands. And it helps for a firmer grip on those holes. Just a reminder of how this final works. We have to get past the starting holes through to the zone. Give it up for Philipp MARTIN from Germany as we welcome on our next athlete who will be taking part. That will be Nathan Phillips from Great Britain. We'll wait for him to come on. Just racing for his goals with his team in several parts of the competition. And let's bring on our second athlete for the night. That's Nathan Phillips from Great Britain. Let's give it up here for Nathan Phillips, who's come all the way from Great Britain. The 25-year-old has been climbing since he was 6 and competing from an incredibly young age of 7. Imagine taking part in competitions at the age of 7, but he said his focus turned especially to bouldering in his mid-teens. So that's what's great about climbing, is finding their different ways. Nathan's got a lot of support here from the crowd. Let's hear it from Nathan's supporters. a lot of tricks living here in Qatar as well, including myself. He's the first ever great British climber to win gold in an international event at the European Youth Cup. He competes all around the world. He's just gone past the start and he's going past the zone, and it's whether he can get to that hold. Some very tough moves there, requiring a lot of strength. What an incredible move. Slowly but surely as he moves there. He's looking confident now as he looks back at that wall. Just to reassess, especially that top pass of that move. He'll be looking at lots of things from the angles to the moves that he'll be moving. When he changes some tactics, very subtle changes there that's required. And sometimes all it takes is that leap of faith to get to the top. If anyone's familiar with the assessment of a climbing group, well, Nathan has achieved an 8+B. He's got a lot of support here as he makes his way through the start boulder. Got both hands and both legs on there. He's relying on lots of leg strength to push him up. It's great to hear the crowds cheering on the athletes. Almost there. Almost there to the top. He's got now 2 hands on that hole. He's got 1 hand there. Will he be able to get to that top and hold on? He just needs a little rest. He's relying on putting his weight on that one of those legs. A lot of bottom strength there. As he slightly switches. Oh, close, close. He's going to go for another attempt. He still has time. He's already got past this point. We've seen that twice before. This is his first. He's looking back at the audience because let's hear it. Come on, everyone, to cheer him on. Come on. That's the time right there. But he did give his best on that route. Just having the ball clean to make way for our next athlete.
So our brushes and volunteers doing a lot of work. They're definitely earning their crust at the moment. A couple of our delegates here, part of the IFSC team, just helping out as well to tell these volunteers of where to go. So
next up is Mikhail Mawin from France. Give it up for Mikhail Mawin from France.
The same. Ex-athlete.
He's qualified for the Olympic Tokyo 2020 Games.
Mikhail Mawin, 29-year-old from Kublevy. Well, after starting very circumspect in his semi-final, where many of the athletes before in that semi-final topped out that first boulder, he didn't, so he was always up against it. But the latter part on boulders 2, 3 and 4, he really dug deep to get his way into the final, and no more than the hard-earned effort it was as well. OM, the number 23, and already so much upper body strength from this Frenchman. who's made the Olympic final, and he needs to get the balance correct, and you can see if the feet are beginning to slip. That part of the wall is not vertical, it's at an angle. So the tendency will be for the feet and the balance to come away from the wall, such as the difficulty of this first problem, where our route setters say the 4 of the 6 are top. Moem, former world finalist 3 years ago out in Paris at the Bercy Arena. He's also just missed out on the podium in the first World Cup finish. He was also a 4th place in Hachihochi, where the World Championships was this year. He did that though 2 years ago. Out in Chongqing this season. His best return, a 9th place finish. I also made the semi-finals out in Moscow earlier this season. But he's a climber in recent time that has concentrated on all 3 disciplines. Taking a lot of pointers from his brother Bassett, who's one of the great speed climbers, and also been learning a lot on lead climbing as well. He's booked his place on the plane to Tokyo. He'll be representing France in the Olympic combined competition next year in Tokyo. The crowd appreciate the efforts for the oldest competitor in this final. And Mika Moem will head back to isolation. He too found the zone in his first attempt, and he currently has the lead.
Just moving the Boulder to see lots of chalk on there. You know, the weather is also not to help. Sometimes when it's a bit humid, you can feel it's muggy. That chalk will become very sticky, especially with the amount of sweat. It's important that the climbers don't slip off those holes.
Athlete number 4 will be the 26-year-old from Kawasaki-shi, just outside Tokyo. Former World Cup winner, Keita WATABE. He's had a very much a quiet season. Maybe taking some time away from competitive climbing. He's only taken part in one event this season. That was out in Munich when he came in 25th place. A former world finalist. That was 13 months ago out in Innsbruck, but he came just missing out on a medal in 4th place. From the top 10 in the world, his ranking's plummeted down to 59. But bites him off at your pedal. This is an athlete who has quality in abundance. You don't win World Cups for nothing. Even though he's got 1 to his name, they're not easy things to win. Found the zone hold, so he gets the extra 2 minutes. Just a reminder, if you're just joining us, this event, it's been very much an experimental rule in bouldering in recent time. We used it in a recent event out in Japan earlier this year. This 2+2 rule, that the athletes now have 2 minutes to find the zone. If they don't find the zone in that 2 minutes, they come off the wall, back to isolation. Their turn is over.
Also competed in a number of IFSC World Cups.
The intention of that rule is to basically stop what Keita's doing right now and forcing athletes to get on with it.
In the semi-final. That happened yesterday. He's managed to secure a spot in this final, but will he secure one of the
Did see that a couple of times in the women's final earlier on. One particular problem. Athletes having a number of goes at, but couldn't find the zone hold. So that happens. They'll call off the wall after 2 minutes. The time was up. Back to isolation. No score. But WATABE. This is second attempt. There's one hand. He's trying to reach there to put his feet on that blue volume. But that would take a superhuman effort, and he'd be putting all of his weight on that left foot. Maybe that might be the way to go. 90 seconds left to play for WATABE on this first problem of 4. WATABE just restoring, recharging his batteries for another attack on this first problem. 60 seconds left to go. Maybe time for one more if he comes off the wall here, but I feel he's going to put all his efforts into this third attempt.
Trust me, me and a couple of climbers tried a few moves, didn't get far.
40 seconds left for WATABE. Now where can he plant this feet?
He makes his way slowly.
It's a balance move, this last move. You need to put both feet on top of that blue volume to inch your way forward. He's going to put one hand on the top. He needs to put both on there, and he must have control. Very important. He can't just brush it with 2 hands. We've got to have control. That's the balance I'm talking about. And now he needs to hold it. He's coming away off the wall and goes.
So close for Keita WATABE. What a great performance there. Fantastic performance.
Superb effort from the 26-year-old from Kawasaki. Keita WATABE, he takes the lead on virtue of the better semi-final performance. All 4 athletes so far finding the zone on their first attempt.
Waiting for that ball to be clean.
Athlete number 5.
We still have 2 more athletes to give it a go at Boulder 1. For some of you that need to understand the scoring board on that screen, each column there in grey is for each boulder.
So our brushes have just done their job.
Now let's bring in Arthur Tourneau from France. He's
Arthur Tourneau of France. I was very impressed with this young man in this semi-final. Only 1 or 2 athletes to top out on all 4 boulders. Unknown quantity, must be said, on the FSC circuit. He's only got 1 result to his name, and that was a 17th place finish in Vail earlier this season. But his performance in the semi-final was nothing more than stellar. Very impressed by this 23-year-old from the Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. He's got the attributes and he's got the quality. He showed that in that semi-final. Right now, if he can find one handy and the second, this is a superb effort from the 23-year-old. Now he just needs to get the balance correct here. That's what I mean. But he seems to have already got the methodology. He's going to have a lie down. to rest up. It's just his final move.
Just have a little breather.
See, that first bit of effort has taken a lot out of him. Have a lie down, by all means.
Right, after an interesting way of looking back at the wall. We all have different ways of dealing with it. It's a challenge and a half, that's for sure.
Getting the brush set out. Doing a bit of DIY and gardening himself. Not going to have to volunteer to do it.
Especially that little crimp.
Loads of time, not even at halfway.
Very few crimps on this wall, but they are there.
Just over 2 minutes
Now,
left to
climbers
go.
talk a lot about problems, is what they call problems now. That's a term for the very tricky routes that they try to follow up. Now, we can definitely say there's a problem at that top one. But there's always a solution to get to the top. It just requires a few attempts.
Turn on. It's a 41 in the world. That's 23-year-old
He's choosing to take his time
in the Indian Ocean.
reassess that route.
Taking 90 seconds, 95 seconds here
Into his hand.
from after his first attempt. So you feel
Press to tackle that
he's going to be putting all of his efforts
both limbs, both arms.
on this particular
And then make their
second.
way up those holds, past that starting hold into the zone. Couple of crimps there, very tricky crimps.
Not on that occasion.
He's choosing to clean the holds himself.
60 seconds left.
The 23-year-old is going to have another attempt here. Let's hear
35
it for
seconds.
Arthur Turner. Arthur Turner, let's hear it for him to help him through.
I think all the efforts came in the first attempt, and Arthur Turner leaves the stage. He now has the lead.
Arthur Turner
One zone, one top.
didn't quite make it to
One zone
the
in one
top,
attempt to beg your pardon.
but he did manage to get past that zone. Now, number one you're seeing there is to say he got past the zone, and that's the attempt. He didn't achieve that top, but he achieved that zone.
So one more athlete left to go. And that is the former world champion.
Last but not least, Kai Harada from Japan. Let's hear it for Kai Harada from Japan. He's our
The world champion of 2018.
As we say, the Japanese have been doing incredibly well. He's definitely one to watch out for.
Kai Harada
Top of his game. He's been winning plenty of
is the next athlete out.
worldwide. Yesterday he moved up those routes extremely.
The world number 12.
Made it look very
Second
easy.
place finish out in Chongqing.
The speed that he moves in.
And Harada was excellent in the semi-final.
And
showing why he is a former world champion. The only one of the six to top out, and he flashes it as well. Fist pump from the 20-year-old from Yokohama Shi. He has the lead in this men's final. And the Japanese fans delighted in the crowd. Harada leads.
Boulder number one completed by Kai Harada. You take a look at the scoring board. That's the first Boulder wall that's completed. We'll be moving on to Boulder number two, and that will be on the right of the wall. If you're looking straight onto that wall, it's on the right. Let's welcome back Philipp MARTIN from
So we'll go on to boulder number 2. And now everybody is in chase mode. Harada, the only one of the 6. To top out on boulder number 1. This one, big coordination jump. All about balance as well, and it'll end with a dynamic move. But now for the next 5 athletes, they know what Harada's done, so they've got to chase.
The 23-year-old is showing immense skill in some of those moves.
A minute down, already found the zone hold.
So another minute to go on that boulder 2.
So Martin will get that extra 2 minutes. Roman puts him into the 2nd place. Everybody's chasing the Japanese star Harada.
Look at that move. That requires a lot of stamina.
A lot of body strength from the 24-year-old from Qatar.
Using stone to get past that zone.
Now this bit all about balance. Just tiny little holds on the side of them volumes. And that's what Philipp is looking to do. A couple of little crimp holds that he could have usually wants to, but instead he's going to go and use his upper body strength. And now one hand, and the second one, Philipp MARTIN tops out on problem number 2. He did it on his second go. It'll put him into 2nd place.
That was Philipp MARTIN from Germany.
1 top and 2 zones. And in fact, it'll put him into 1st. On virtually having more zones than Harada, but Harada is still yet to go out. But everybody will know that this can be done.
From Great Britain returns for boulder number 2.
So next up it out. 25-year-old from home first in Yorkshire. Nathan Phillips.
He's looking ready for that boulder. He's going to take it on as he preps himself with a lot of chalk for the hands.
He knows that Philipp Martin's already done this. He knows Harada did boulder number 1, so
we already had 2 minutes of observational time earlier.
Can't waste any time or energy. Most importantly, first of all, he's got to get to the zone hold to give himself that extra 2 minutes. Now it's time to go a different way, using the upper body strength. The foot touches the floor. It would be deemed an attempt. So he's gone backwards to go forwards. He's going to go back to the way he tried before, and this time nails it. Fist pump from Phillips. Make sure you get that zone hold. Now he's on it. The 2 minutes extra is now granted. Fist pump from Nathan Phillips. You're only halfway there, son. He's going a different route here than what Martin did. He spotted them 2 tiny crimp holes. Now this is all about balance.
Look at the strength there. Slow but deliberate movement.
Slow and steady. Taking his time. There's 2 crimp holes there. That's where his left foot has just gone to. Now his right. Phillips being roared on by this crowd. Now needs to do this final move. Taking his time, one hand on it, and the second is academic. Nathan Phillips put himself back in the race. Phillips did it in 2 attempts. Did the zone in 2 attempts, so he'll go into second behind Philipp MARTIN on numbers of attempts to zone. But more importantly, he's on the top scoreboard. Indeed, that is the case. Slots into second place, moves Harada down to third, but of course, Harada is still yet to go out. Next athlete out will be Keita WATABE of France. Our route set is only expecting 3 athletes to complete this. So far, the first 2 have done so.
Let's see if he'll manage to get past that starting point onto the zone hold and then onto that final top hold.
OM, 1 attempt down. First target is finding the zone hold. Give yourself that extra 2 minutes if you need it. But he knows that the first 2 athletes have already topped out here. And he doesn't want to be late to that party. That is for sure. Much of that the same as Nathan Phillips before him.
Let's hear it from everyone.
Going across. Tiny little crimp hold, using his balance now. Taking his time. You've got to go slowly here. You can't rush into things of this section of this problem. Now he's got his eye on the prize. Right hand has found the top. There's the left hand. Does it on his second attempt. He will go into second place ahead of Nathan Phillips. They both have the same score, but Moen had the better semi-final result. And he is done and dusted. We're 3 for 3. Next one out will be Keita WATABE.
Next up is Keita WATABE from Japan. Let's hear it for Keita
26-year-old from Kawasaki Shi.
Let's hear it from our crowd. He turns around to the clock. Now 2 minutes to get past that zone.
WATABE.
26-year-old is on top of his game. He certainly wasn't in the Asian Championship where he came second in Japan last year.
Well, he does know it's the 2+2, but he's already 8 up, 30 seconds. You will know everybody's topped out so far. Just held on. Which credit must go to WATABE there in these sticky conditions. He did well to nail that. A chance here for WATABE to take the lead here should he flash this in 1 attempt. And that's what he's inching his way slowly but surely up this route. And a superb effort from the 26-year-old from Kawasaki. WATABE flashes it, and he will go from 6th into 1st place. 1 top 2 zones. By flashing that, he was 1 attempt better than Martin, Moen and Phillips. So Arthur Tenor of France with 4 for 4.
And our 5th athlete for this boulder is Arthur Tenor from France.
Tenor was not far away from topping out
from France. Let's hear it from everyone in the crowd.
Problem number 1.
Let's keep up that momentum for our athletes. I'm sure they'll appreciate a lot of support from you all.
23-year-old from pure none. Just one event to his name. That was this year in Vale when he came in 17th place.
Some dynamic moves we've seen, some fantastic jumps as well.
This particular problem has got the Frenchman in trouble already. He's already eaten up 50 seconds.
Bouldering routes. Super cool. And you'll notice how every bouldering route starts off very differently in the beginning to
Make that a minute.
at the top.
He knows that he's only got 2 minutes to find the zone, so he's going to get on with it here. Now taking the way that a number of athletes before him have gone. He's going to get it right. He's not comfortable whatsoever. He's got 35 seconds. He's going to try and jump for it this time, and it's not happening for turn up. 15 seconds to find the zone here, and the time is running out. 10 seconds. He knows he's got to find tops. He can start on the beep, but if he comes off, it's game over. There's the beep. So he has to leave the stage. No zone found, no score for the 23-year-old. And maybe that could be his race run. So likely now it's a 5-horse race. One athlete's fallen away. Next athlete out is the 2018 world champion.
And our 6th athlete for Boulder 2 is Kai Harada from Japan.
Harada, who's been in exceptional form.
Is about to tackle Boulder 2. We'll have 2 more.
He was 4 for 4 yesterday. Only one of 2 athletes to complete all 4 problems. He was in stellar form. Same type of form that won in that world crown 13 months ago. Very much a mixed bag of results this season. Only made 1 final, amazingly. For an athlete of his quality now, that's interesting.
We've seen some surprises throughout this competition.
Well, the first 4 athletes have topped out here. And now this is giving Kai Harada's well-deserved concentration.
Watch close up some of these fantastic moves. Kai Harada is definitely on top of his game, one of the top contenders that we're watching here.
2 attempts down. No zone yet found. Got a minute to go. He opened up with the lead, but now this particular move has given him his unguided attention. 45 seconds just to find the zone here. He's had 3 attempts already. Now nails the move. Made sure he got the zone.
Before that 2 minutes is up as he makes his way to that top hold.
Harada.
Careful and meticulous movements by some of our
He's had 4 attempts on this. So far, he's found the zone, so he's got entitled to 2 more minutes should he not do this next part of the route. But he has good balance, does this 20-year-old from Yokohama. Now, looks to finish this off and regain his lead, and does so. Wasn't textbook, he wasn't comfortable, but he still has the lead.
He has completed Boulder 2.
Harada, the only athlete to top out on the first 2 problems. He has the lead by 1 top, with 2 problems left to go.
If you take a look at the scoreboard, if there is a white box, that means the athlete wasn't able to complete that route.
So just waiting for confirmation for Harada's score to be entered into the computer, and there it goes just now. So
Philipp
2 tops, 2 zones.
Philipp Martin
Harada leads,
Germany
Keita
will be
WATABE
competing
second, 1 top, 2 zones.
Boulder
One attempt to find that top. Philipp MARTIN of Germany currently in third place. One top, two zones, two attempts to find that top, and two attempts to find the zone. That's what is the tiebreak between fourth and fifth place currently. Two to go. This one's tough. Even our route setter, when I chatted to him before play, he even said this is difficult to understand. And the route setter is saying that, then how do you feel the athletes will take this one on? This is the one that could cause separation in the field. You can see there's not much room for error here. Philipp MARTIN, excellent start, gets the zone. Maybe Philipp MARTIN has maybe cracked the code here.
We've seen some very tricky overhangs on this wall here.
See him.
Lots of strength and balancing as well.
This is excellent stuff from MARTIN. Just going to make sure that right leg is comfortable. And what a performance from the German!
Germany has just completed Boulder 3.
What a start from Philipp MARTIN on this third problem. He takes the lead, two tops, three zones, and he's going to force Harada to top out to regain his lead. Well, Philipp MARTIN, the 24-year-old from Calverden. What a performance.
Nathan Phillips again from Great Britain.
Nathan Phillips now coming out.
Nathan Phillips here from Great Britain.
He's got to flash this to match Philipp MARTIN. More importantly, he's got to find the top just to keep himself in the race. You never know. He's a man on the number of attempts. Could come down to tops in the end. Could come down to zones. But to stay in the race, you need to top out.
Just an interesting fact that in 2013 it became the first ever Great Britain climber to win gold in the international event, the European Youth Cup. He's making his way past that starting point.
Phillips. Three-timer semi-finalist this year, former world finalist as well. Horizontal to the floor. And now hooking that right leg. Now trying to turn his body around. Just finding somewhere else to put that left hand right now. The right arm now pushing. This is good stuff from Phillips. He's found the zone, so he's got plenty of time to play with should he come off the wall here, but now shifting his body weight to the right hand side of his body. One arm on his second arm. Phillips splashes as well. Fifth pump from the Yorkshireman.
Nathan Phillips there for you from Great Britain has completed Boulder 3.
Into second. Two tops, three zones, three attempts to find the top, four attempts to find the zone. Just a zone separating the German and the British athlete. But more importantly, keeps him in the race. Getting towards the business end of this competition now, that if you fail to top, it could be game over.
Of them getting to that top hold.
Michael Moem.
And our third contender is Mikael Moem from France for Boulder 3.
Moem.
Let's give it up for
going to second place.
Moem from France.
Should he flash this as well?
He completed Boulder 2. Is he going to be able to do the same for this boulder? We'll have to wait and see.
Moem. Former world finalist, losing his footing, he's got to regroup. And does so. Not found the zone just yet. The right foot just giving way there, and the left foot is just on its tiptoes and not there for Mwem. So you only go into third place now.
He does have those boulders clean for him with the short those rush shots. Just a reminder that Mikael and him, his brothers, are both climbers, that's two of them. He was also the first French climber, as I said, to qualify for the 2020 Summer Olympics. He qualified in August.
Already an Olympian. Got his tickets to the Olympic Games.
He was also competing in Poland just earlier
10 months from now.
He became a champion in that competition as well.
Moen on his second attempt here. Needs to struggle with his feet on his great volumes. There's the zone, guaranteed. So he can have the extra 2 minutes should he need it. Swinging away, the momentum stays to the wall, and the crowd appreciate that effort. But can he continue? He can go deep into this route. Now trying to shift that body weight from the left-hand side to the right.
We're just seeing on that wall the movement.
And he has done. So now, one more move.
Fantastic footwork as well.
To climb the top, pushing up. He's going to try and reach for this. And he has done. Michael Mwem tops out. We're 3 for 3 on problem number 3.
Completes Boulder 3. He was very pleased. Maybe a little tired, but I'm sure he's very pleased with that.
He'll head back to isolation, and he will move into second or third. Let's see on the scoreboard here. I think he's moving to third. 2 tops, 3 zones, and I think he's done that in 4 attempts overall. That will be the case when it is added to the score, and he will move into third behind Philipp MARTIN and Nathan Phillips. But more importantly, he's found 2 tops. That still keeps him in the hunt.
Well, but it's also interesting to see how athletes manage sometimes to adapt. So very last minute their moves to make them get all the way to
Next athlete out, Keita WATABE.
And Keita WATABE from Japan. Let's bring on Keita WATABE from Japan.
1 top, 2 zones.
Let's cheer him on as well, everyone in the
He
crowd.
flashes this, he goes to first.
As he salutes everyone here, he makes has a look at that boulder wall. Just adjusting those climbing shoes. It's imperative to make sure they fit nice and tight. You don't want any gaps in those shoes to make it very tricky or slippery even.
Tavi already taking up 35 seconds of his time. Assessing the route, assessing the problem he has ahead of him. Tavi here is
to be able to get up.
his technique
It's about defying gravity.
so far has been exceptional.
Using some footholds
He can be taking the lead here should he
as well as foots.
top out here. What is the conveyor belt of talent that is Japanese climbing right now? Continues to show once more why they are the best in the world. There's your new leader. WATABE will go into first.
Boulder number 3 with 1 more to go for him.
He moves into first place. 2 tops, 3 zones, 2 attempts to find them 2 tops. He flashed 2 and 3, and he has the lead. But only on attempts separates the top 4. Top 5. With Harada still to come. He's on 2 tops, but with
not just in the way that they're carrying themselves, but
finding 2 zones. Harada to regain that lead. Needs to find the top. The zone's all good to him, in fact. He's had a number of attempts to get those first 2 tops. So zone is not any good for him when he comes out in about a few minutes from now. Turn all. To stay in the hunt for a medal, needs to find the top.
Third boulder is about to try and climb. He's ready there on that starting mark.
Currently only on one zone.
As we've seen, overhang.
Get an extra 2 minutes. Well, so far we're 4 for 4.
Some great use of flagging there by some of our climbers where they don't have anything
I think
to put their
he's
foot on and they use the
having a
wall
little bit of trouble here. Now he's regained his composure.
as a push and pull technique.
I spoke too soon. He already found the zone on his first attempt, so he's going to get the extra 2 minutes. So he's going to use that time as best he can, prepare himself. Good job ahead.
Especially in an area he looks to use some of those tracks tricky to make their way through those tracks. Very specialised climbing technique
2 minutes to go.
on some of these holes, especially if there's a crack in between some of those holes. It requires careful skill. As Arthur takes a look at that wall and is reassessing. No, he's not quite happy
Only
with
eating up a good
one of those holes, and he wants to make sure that there's no
minute or
extra
so.
chalk in there. That could end up
Doing a little bit of brushing, doing a little bit of gardening, and also getting some of his energy back. 90 seconds to go. As he assesses the problem that lies ahead.
Grew up on the island of Mayotte in Indonesia, Madagascar and Mozambique. And then his brother both love climbing, so you have a few athletes here where it's very much a brotherly thing where they go climbing together. He makes his way to get past that zone. It's been interesting to see how the athletes are using their weights and how
Now,
they shift
got to
from
push
one
as hard as he
foot
can.
to the other.
It's not going to happen for the Frenchman. He was in exceptional form in the semi-final, he really was.
Oh, let's hear it from the crowd.
Went out early in that semi-final, blew the field away to qualify in second place.
And support is really important
showed
for these athletes.
that talent and form in the final this evening. And that's his race run. The crowd politely wave back to Turnall and appreciate the effort, but he props up the leaderboard in 6th place and he cannot finish in the medal places after that 3rd climb. So we still have a 5-way dance right now. WATABE, Martin, Phillips, Kai Harada. Incredibly tight between the top 4 on 2 top 3 zones. Only 2 attempts to top separates the top 4. Harada, even though he tops out here, is not confirmed on victory depending on this very spectacular 4th boulder that's to come. He's already had 5 attempts to find these 2 tops. So if somebody can find a top ahead of him and he doesn't top out, 3 tops, 4 zones, all of a sudden, could be the winning score.
In 2018, he won the Boulder Climbing World Championship. He was the only person to get 4 tops in the final.
Harada is showing why he's a former world champion.
I've seen a lot of strength from him on some of these tricky routes.
There's another attempt. He's already found the zone though, so he'll have the allotted 4 minutes.
Kanagawa competes in these bouldering and combined, and has also competed in speed in some of the Youth World Championships.
Just approaching his end of his first minute.
Just age 20, he seems to be moving through these championships fairly fast.
Taking the route of the 4 who have topped up before him.
Great footwork there we've been seeing from our athletes.
Still loads of time. It's just toying with the crowd right now. Second time for Charm. Harada back in the lead.
He's just completed Boulder 3 with 1 more to go. That's all 6 athletes in Boulder 3 will be moving on to the next boulder.
So with 1 problem still to go, Harada leads, 3 tops, 3 zones, 7 attempts. Remember that 7 attempts mark, because that could prove vital. Now this last boulder is spectacular, according to our route setters. A triple dyno is needed, big combo move, small jump towards the end. Expect fireworks. Keep behind those 3 volumes that are right next to each other. You're going to go to the end one, which is the zone, then to go backwards to go back up.
And for boulder number 4, Philipp MARTIN from Germany.
Philipp MARTIN will go first.
Martin will be competing the first athlete on boulder number 4.
For the first 4 athletes, it's simple. You've got to find the top. Got to find the top, and that will force Harada, depending on how many attempts they do, he may need to top out himself to win. Harada's taken already a number of attempts. A lot more than the 4 who are on 2 tops. Now, if one of them can find a flash here, it will force Harada potentially to top out, because a zone may not be good enough for him to win because of the amount of attempts he has already taken in finding his 3 tops so far. So it's still game on. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination. We feel Martin, Phillips and Keita WATABE got to do this in 2-3 attempts to really put the pressure on. They do top out and they take 7-8 goes at this. Remember, they've got to find the zone first of all. If the team takes a number of attempts, Harada may only need a zone.
We've seen some incredible dynamic.
Now Martin's only got 40 seconds to find this zone.
In bouldering,
he can't waste any time.
but you're also allowed to jump. These are all
currently in 3rd place.
using to get up that bouldering wall.
But now time is definitely his enemy. 23 seconds to find the zone. He's got to go one more. He's got to go quick. 17 seconds. Otherwise, that's the end of his campaign. 10 seconds. Got to get it this time. Got to get it this time. Does he get it this time? He doesn't. 5 seconds. He can have one more go if he wants to. He's got to get on the water. He's on before the beat. One last attempt. No. That's the end of his campaign, the end of his race. Philipp MARTIN will finish. 2 tops, 3 zones in 3 attempts. And he currently lies in 3rd place. Our route setters were only expecting 2 to do this.
Philipp MARTIN didn't manage to achieve that zone hold within the first 2 minutes, which means that he doesn't get
So Martin finishes this final in 3rd place. Nathan Phillips is next.
And we'll bring in Nathan Phillips from Great Britain. Nathan Phillips from Great Britain back here on Boulder 4.
Now can Nathan Phillips crack the code here?
Just going to assess that. He's already had a
Kai
chance.
Harada has dodged the first bullet. If he dodges all four, he's champion.
Something all the athletes were able to do. Enough time to get an idea of what's ahead.
We'll find the zone first, mate.
But not enough time to completely figure it out. He's reaching for that zone hold.
Wasn't far away.
Finding a lot
See how
of strength
difficult
and
it is.
stamina.
Already eaten up 30 seconds of his time. .45 seconds down. Phillips, attempt number 2. Crowd right behind him. Triple dyno. 2 hands back middle volume. Big combo move. Phillips is already trying to figure out the beater here. He hasn't got the time to do so. He's found the 30. He's got to put the practice into fruition, because the time is his enemy in this format. 40 seconds to go. 3 attempts done. 30 seconds. Crowd right behind the 25-year-old Brit.
Cheering on Nathan Phillips from Great Britain as he tries to make his
I think
way.
he knows he's not far away, but he's only got one more goal. Maybe there's 2 if he's quick. Got to get on with it. Got to start moving now. 15 seconds. Can he nail it there on this attempt? Last chance, hurrah. Last hurrah. 5 seconds. He's already had 5 attempts. This is his last hurrah in the last chance saloon. He needs a double 6. Can he find it? Can he find it? Can he find it? No. Harada dodges the second bullet. Phillips finishes this final in currently 4th position. He'll be out the medals.
Nathan Phillips for his efforts from Great Britain for Boulder 4.
He finishes 2 tops, 3 zones, 3 attempts to top, 4 to zone. 1 zone attempt to separate in Martin and Phillips in 3rd and 4th place, respectively. WATABE is next. Moem is next, I should say.
And let's bring on our 3rd athlete, Mikhail Moem from France.
No,
Here he is,
Mikhail Moem.
from France, and he's
How is your
certainly
dyno
learning
skills?
And appreciates your support from the crowd. He's definitely looked towards the crowd.
He's got the height,
Support,
Moem.
so let's cheer him on.
He's over 6 foot. He may have the reach.
French
And you can see he's not far away.
in the crowd there.
We're already asking for the brushes. .30 down. Needs to find the zone in 2 minutes. And again, wasn't far away. This move, you've got to get the speed right as well as the skill. Too fast, and you will not nail the final part of the dyno. Too slow, you won't have the momentum to get there. So attempt number 3. A minute down.
Is not one to give up.
He's asking for the brushes here. I know they're going to be doing a speedy job for him. He's got 45 seconds to find the zone.
Definitely good practice for him for next series. He's smart.
See the frustration eating in to Moem. 30 seconds. He's got time for 2 more goes. Maybe well, zone will get him into 2nd place. 15 seconds. WATABE's already waiting in the wings here by the door. I think he knows how difficult this final problem is. Last go for Moem, and he wasn't far off, but Harada dodges the 3rd bullet. He's got 1 more to dodge. If WATABE doesn't do it, doesn't find the top, Harada will be champion with a boulder to spare.
in a moment as they clean those boulders for the next athlete. That will be athlete number 4 for the evening for Boulder Problem.
So, here's the equation. Keita WATABE must find the top. No top, then Harada will be declared the winner.
To finish all 3 tops, will he be able eventually to get that 4th one as well? It's a tight competition for the rest of the
Well, it's going to go to Japan, that is for sure. Question is it Harada or WATABE? WATABE got to find the top to force Harada to climb under the pressure. So WATABE eyeing this up. He knows the 2+2 rule, but he's done this in the last couple of boulders. Takes the first 20-30 seconds to assess what needs to be done and then executes.
Come on, let's hear it for Keita.
WATABE already eaten up 40 seconds of his time. Got to find that zone hold and nail it to be granted the other 2 minutes. Minute down. No top. And Harada's champion. He's got 45 seconds just to get to the zone hold. 3 before him have failed so far. If that, it potentially could be 4. This is the last bullet for Kai Harada to dodge. He's going to be declared the winner here in 30 seconds from now. WATABE, he's going to go a different route. Now then. 20 seconds. He's going to go a different way. 15. 10 seconds. Pushing away. This should be a dyno. That's the way the route setters have set it. But WATABE thinks he may have found a different way of going about it. Got to be on this or Harada's champion. Harada is the winner here in Doha. Keita WATABE is going to get second place. It's going to be a Japanese one too. He'll take the silver. Philipp MARTIN will take the bronze medal. Nathan Phillips 4th place. Miguel Moem 5th after Tournoi France. Can't affect the top 5. The last 2 climbers are now climbing for pride. Harada will try and finish with a flourish and give the crowd something to shout about. But the 20-year-old from Yokohama, the 2018 world champion, is now the 2019 World Beach Games gold medalist.
From France, from France, here he comes on to the wall. We've had a few French supporters there in the crowd. Allez, allez, allez.
So Arthur Tournoi climbing for pride, no pressure on the Frenchman. Can he show us how it's done?
He's not one to waste time with this ball. He wants to get straight into it. He's just managed his first attempt to get past that starting point.
35 seconds for the Frenchman. Whatever happens, this has been a good experience for the 23-year-old. Hopefully we'll see him in many, many World Cups and Championships to come. He was superb in the semi-final, it must be said. He showed this raw talent that he has, and maybe, potentially, could be a star of this sport in the future. He may need to move away from the... He's got him just in time, got one more shot at this. But not there. There's a 6th place finish for Harada, and maybe we'll hopefully see him on the European Tour for World Cups in the future. The 6th place finish here in Doha. So then he can climb with the knowledge that he's the champion here at the World Beach Games. Can he show this crowd here in Qatar why he's one of the best in the business? This conveyor belt of talent that is Japanese bouldering at the moment, in men's and women's, and climbing in general. Project 2020 to try and get gold medalists at the Olympics next year in Tokyo. They have got plenty of bullets in their gun to find that gold medal target. Tomohiro Nagasaki is now a double world bouldering champion. You look at Mio Nanaka, Akeo Noguchi, who has been the bridesmaid of sport climbing, so many silver medalists down the years, but she'll be there next year. The talent is in abundance and it continues to grow in the land of the rising sun. Harada looking to finish on a high.
Something being able to grab that hold, but it's another thing to grip onto that hold and stay.
Minute to go.
He's definitely got past the starting point, but he'll be able to get past that zone.
2:39, 39 seconds to find the zone, and then he will continue. Oh, he wasn't far away. He wasn't far away, and he knows he wasn't far away. Well, our route setters were expecting 2 to do this, and it looks like they're going to draw a blank. All 6 athletes on this final problem, unless Harada can find something, or maybe this last attempt for this young star. Oh, and he wasn't far away. 5 more seconds. He's asking the crowd to get behind him, and they're responding kind. Can he find the zone? Can he finish with a flourish? No, he can't, but he is the champion here in Doha. Kai Harada, 3 tops, 3 zones. He was one better than the rest. In the end, it was the first problem that separated this whole field. And Kai Harada of Japan is the gold medalist at these first ANOC World Beach Games.